In this section we're going to go over the JSON fundamentals, and like XML, JSON is used to store and structure data. It stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and it's a text-based open standard. It's designed for human-readable data. It's lightweight. It's much more lightweight than XML. It's easy for humans to read and write, as long as it's formatted correctly. If you have a huge JSON file that's compressed and not spaced out and formatted, obviously that is hard for humans to read, but generally the syntax is pretty easy. It uses name-value pairs, much like an associative array or a hash. It has the same value types as JavaScript, and it works like and is an alternative to XML. And there are big debates on what's better to use, JSON and XML. I would advise you not to really get into that, because there are certain areas where XML is a better choice, and then there's certain areas where JSON is a better choice. So all data is formatted in a name-value pair. For example, we have first name, we have quotes around it, around the name, and then we have a colon, and then we have the value with quotes. Data is comma separated, so we could put a comma and then do a last name. JSON objects are contained in curly braces, and JSON arrays are contained in brackets, and we'll see this in a minute. Files that are dedicated to JSON have a .json extension, and the MIME type is this application/JSON. So here is an example of a JSON object. Like we saw on the last slide, objects are encased in curly braces. So we have three values here: first name, last name, and email. So these are the name-value pairs separated by a colon. So this is a user object that has three properties. Here we have a JSON object inside the parentheses, and in this object we have an array. So we have an array called pets, and arrays are enclosed in brackets. Alright, now we have three values in this array. We have we have three values and we have two fields. So we have name and animal. Okay, and these are separated by a comma. So XML versus JSON, like I just said, I wouldn't suggest picking one over the other for all situations, because obviously there's different occasions that would call for JSON and different occasions for XML. But in general, JSON is more lightweight. Since it's lightweight, it's faster, it's a little more simple, it's easier to read, and it's native to JavaScript. So those are all pluses. XML, while more complicated, it's more extensible and more flexible. It offers more compatibility between systems. But in general, just for data retrieval and different APIs and stuff like that, JSON is generally preferred over XML on most occasions. So that's it. JSON's pretty simple to use, and we'll be using it in this chapter. So I will see you in the next section.